LGBTQ 1 Minute News, let's queer up the USA view. Fans split over RuPaul's party and dance Instagram video. RuPaul is facing mixed reactions after posting a video about America's political climate. He says, quote, fascism is back, end quote, and suggests that the only thing that we can do is, quote, party and dance, end quote. In the Instagram video, RuPaul blamed decades of education cuts for weakening critical thinking that he believes has led to today's political divisions. The post quickly spread across social media, where LGBTQ users debated whether the message encouraged resilience or minimalized the seriousness of political threats facing queer communities. Some fans defended the video as a reminder of the historic role nightlife and joy have played in queer survival. Others argued that public figures with influence should promote stronger political action. Well, RuPaul is an entertainer. That's how he's made his bread and butter.
Right.
And I remember his show from the early days to what the superpower it is today. And I think people have to stand back and remember that we're all individuals. And, I think, RuPaul represents being resilient during times where many of our people in our LGBTQ community and beyond are being oppressed. So I would need to certainly watch the video, but I have to think, you have all kinds of people now out there with political power, and as long as they're not using it to promote hate that's destructive and to be supportive, there's going to be different interpretations of how it comes out. Rosie O'Donnell has said things, RuPaul, you look at all the other influencers out there. All I'd say to the people who've achieved those things is please just use your power to unite us and promote love and unity and to fight and encourage people to vote in the elections so that we can return to a hopefully stronger society. What do you think?
I love, you really took the high, you did what Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. So I really love that. It was I agree with everything that you said. And also to add to that, being RuPaul does not mean you have to be that smart. It doesn't mean you have to be a political analyst. It doesn't mean you have to be nuanced. It was just a very black and white statement. Absolutely. Fascism's back. Let's party.
Yeah.
That sounds to me like somebody is maybe a little depressed by what's going on. So what do you do when you're depressed? You eat, you party, you do what you do. I think what he's trying to say is don't let it get you down. Just keep enjoying your life, living your life. Maybe it wasn't as nuanced as maybe some of our, armchair pundits would like it to be. But I think in his own way, he was just trying to say, look, the world is really messed up right now. It's really screwed up. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Just enjoy.
And I think just as an everyday guy, just being on this show with people like you gives me empowerment to feel that while the world might be not the best place, in our country,
it's not.
And it's not the country I grew up in and idealized.
Not even me.
It's going to change, and we're part of that change. So whether we're on Queer News Tonight, we do other volunteerism, we just show up and support. That's what it's all about.
And this is my idea of partying. And RuPaul is saying, the world, we're in fascism, party.
Yes.
I think really we could expand that out to say, keep living your life. I think that's really the message there. I don't know if he was really thinking about it that deeply, but if I'm going to really deconstruct the argument there of just, fascism's back, let's party, I think it's really a call to just continue living in your joy, continue living with what makes you feel good, as long as it's not destructive to other people. One thing that makes, I think, both of us feel really good is being able to be here and being able to share our views with others. And, I take that as a call to continue on. So
yeah, and I had a great boss once who, my day job has been HR over the years. And he said, his name was Jake, he said, just keep going. And sometimes we had really tough situations or internal clients or employee matters. Keep going. And I did.
And I think that's what RuPaul was saying too. Let's get, there's some things that we hear about RuPaul that might be a little crappy.
Yeah.
I don't think that this was necessarily one of them. So
no, not at all.
Yeah.
Well, that is an LGBTQ 1 minute news story. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.